A father's sacrifice, a child's future.
Some days I work 14 hours and still don't know how much I'll earn. Before most people wake up, my day has already begun. At 4 a.m., I get out of bed. I wash my face, put on my headlamp, and head straight to the fields. My name is Hugh. I am a farmer in Vietnam. Like many farmers here, my life depends on seasons. Rain, sun. Good harvests, bad prices. Sometimes, even after months of work, I still don't know if I made money. That uncertainty never really leaves. But farming is the life I chose. And I keep going. Every morning before sunrise, the fields wait for me. Green leaves, wet soil, and the smell of earth. This is where my hopes live. I own 7,000 square meters of land. I also rent another 2,000 square meters. That costs me 8 million dong a year. Even before planting, money is already leaving. Seeds, fertilizer, pesticides, fuel. Every crop starts with risk. For just 500 square meters of coriander, I spend around 1.5 million dong. In a good season, I harvest 400 to 500 kilograms. Normally, prices can be low. 10,000 to 15,000 dong per kilogram. Sometimes prices rise. Today, it reached 55,000 dong. That sounds good. But reality is never that simple. This time I only harvested 20 kilograms. Good price. Bad yield. That is farming. You can do everything right and still lose. That happens more often than people think. I've had seasons where onions were expensive, but the onions were poor quality. They stayed small. I could barely sell them. Most had to be kept as seeds. Those are the moments that hurt the most. The moments I think about giving up are when I work so hard and still lose money. But quitting is not an option, because I'm not working only for myself. I have a family depending on me. 3 generations. 7 people under one roof. My parents. My wife and me. And our 3 children. My oldest enters 6th grade next year. The middle child is in 3rd grade. And the youngest is in 1st grade. Books alone cost us nearly $2 million. That doesn't include uniforms, insurance, bags, and other expenses. The cost of raising children keeps growing every year. Every season, expenses keep rising. But a farmer's income never feels guaranteed. That uncertainty creates constant pressure. Not just for today, but for the future of my children. My parents are old now. They are getting weaker every year. They cannot help much with heavy work anymore. But seeing them at home gives me strength. Their presence reminds me why I keep going. What scares me the most is the day I no longer have the strength to work. And I worry deeply about my parents' health. As long as I can still work, I will continue. Because stopping is not a luxury I have. By 7 or 8 in the morning, I finally stop for breakfast. Then work continues again. At noon, I pause for lunch. But only briefly. There is always more to do. Watering. Weeding. Harvesting. Preparing the next crop. A farmer's work never truly ends. Some people think farming is simple. Plant seeds. Wait. Harvest. But reality is far harder. Every day demands physical strength and mental endurance. There are days my body feels exhausted, but I still cannot stop. Debt waits for no one. I still owe money for farming supplies. That debt follows me into every season. Sometimes it keeps me awake at night. I ask myself, how much longer can I keep doing this? Still, every morning I return. Because this land is my livelihood. This land feeds my family. And this land holds our future. One of my greatest joys is seeing my children learn. I feel proud when they study well. They are still young. Sometimes naughty at home. But they are trying. And I see their potential. That gives me hope. The world is changing fast. Technology is everywhere. The internet grows more powerful every day. I worry about distractions. Games. Phones. Things that steal focus. I worry my children might get lost. Not because they are bad, but because temptation is everywhere. As parents, we can only guide them and hope they choose wisely. By evening, after a long day in the field, I finally return home. Dinner is usually around 7 or 8 p.m. That is when our family gathers. Those moments matter most. Even when money is tight, sharing a meal together gives me peace. After dinner, Sometimes my wife and I go back to work again, preparing the soil, cleaning the field, getting ready for the next crop. Tomorrow never waits. And neither can we. There are nights when exhaustion fills every part of my body. Yet sleep does not come easily, because worries remain. Debt. Harvests. The future. Sometimes I ask myself, how much more can I carry? But every time I look at my children, I find my answer. Study hard. Gain knowledge. Learn to stand on your own. So one day, you will not have to struggle like I did. That is what I want for them. That is why I keep going. I am proud of my children. They still have much to learn. So do I. Life keeps teaching us. Sometimes through joy. Sometimes through hardship. But always through effort. My biggest fear is losing the strength to continue working. Because if I stop, everything becomes harder. For my wife. For my children. For my parents. So while I still can, I will keep working. Keep planting. Keep hoping. Because hope is also a kind of strength. People often ask, why do farmers keep going through so much hardship? My answer is simple. Because someone has to. Because families depend on us. Because tomorrow still needs feeding. I may sacrifice my life. so my children can build a better one. In Vietnamese, we say something like this. The father sacrifices, so the children can rise higher. That is my dream. That is my purpose. Tomorrow may still be uncertain. Prices may rise or fall. Rain may come. Crops may fail. But when morning comes, I will wake up and do it again. Thanks for watching till the end. From the fields of Vietnam, more stories will follow.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a
Subscribe
comment.
for future stories.